Hey everyone, and welcome to the Infinite Respawn Podcast. I'm Chicken.
I'm Oak Tree.
I'm Griff.
No, I'm Baka.
What's up, guys?
What's up?
What are we doing?
All right, there we go.
What are we doing?
We're doing a podcast. If you guys can hear me, we're doing a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surprise! Episode 200 starts out like a train wreck. Who's surprised?
Beer.
It can only get better after this, right?
I don't know. I don't know if it can only get better. I'm not sure.
It's gonna get something, that's for sure. That is for sure. Oh, but yes, 200 episodes. Now, I've only been here for like 110 or so, or whatever.
You should have counted.
Yeah, I remember like
83, I think, was the first episode we did as a group.
Yeah,
Thanks, about right.
Yeah, but we got to give a special shout out to Griff.
What?
Because she's been here on every single episode from 1 to 200. There's never been an episode without her.
So what you're saying is everybody's tired of hearing from me. I'll just be over here then.
Yeah.
Go back to playing your Mass Effect and your
But I gotta give a
Fallout.
shout out to you two, because if it wasn't for you two, I wouldn't be able to separate and move away every once in a while when I'm sick or whatever. Because it used to be just her and I. That was it.
Yep. And
I
then
mean, I've
with
missed
all of us?
one episode because I lost my voice that day, but I still had to record the video, so I'm just sitting here for an hour going, this is wonderful.
Well,
No one can hear my opinions. No one can hear me speak. It's like being in space.
It's like space.
it's like being in space, except for you don't get to do all the fun low gravity stuff like flipping around and junk. But 200, man, you guys, that's a long time.
200
That is a very
episodes.
long time. It's just under 4 years if you do it every single week. But
Well,
we've had a
I know
couple
we'd
of
missed
off
a
weeks.
couple here and there. We tried not to.
But still, 200 episodes. That's at least 3 years worth of podcasts. Come on now. It's pretty
For
good,
everybody
right?
that's listened
Pretty
from
good.
start to now, you guys are like the best. Be like,
Yes, give
Well,
yourself a
it
pat on the back.
Start to
Ollie
now. It would probably take me like a few weeks.
to listen to
hell
everything.
Yeah. An hour. Let's see how many. It's 200 hours.
That
How
would
many
be
days is
roughly, probably more than 200 hours because we used to do the show at an hour and a half.
Yeah, it was for a
Oh.
while.
So,
that? Okay, so
so you'd be sitting around for a little while. Have at least like a solid couple of months worth of listening.
you want to do 300 hours? We'll do 300 hours.
Good God.
Yeah, but if they just keep drinking coffee and never sleep.
It's almost 2. You would have to listen for 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks straight through without any sleep ever to get through all of the
But
episodes.
that's why I said a couple months. You could break it up because I mean, even I don't want to listen to you guys that often. Just saying.
Well, I'm
I
married
love
to you,
you.
so I do have to listen to you that often. I don't have that choice.
Any favorite memories over the 200 episodes? Best thing ever.
Mine's K-Pacha and peanut butter.
Yeah, having
Every
Johnny
week I
on
get
the
to
show
spend
is
with
fun.
you guys.
Johnny on the show, and the one of the worst lead-ins ever to introduce anyone, which was the fact that I believe, if I remember correctly, Griff had been sick the week before.
That sounds like me.
And so she was at home. She used to come over to the house in order to be able to do all the recording, so the sound was the quality that she needed it to be, because the Skype recording's not that great. So she was sick the week before, and I would do all the recording of the audio at my house. And so the next week, and we made a comment about the fact that she just didn't want to be around me anymore, that type thing. And so at the beginning of the next show, we make the same comment. And I was like, you just don't want to be my friend. And then that's when you hear Johnny come in and go, I'll be your friend. Like that.
Yes.
Just come in.
I remember that now. That was
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah. But it was, it was a good episode. I mean, it was fun. I liked having special guests and stuff like that on it. Of course, the people from Cheeky Sprite were awesome. Which I checked their website the other day. It's still up and running, so I'm assuming that they're...
Yeah, I think they had taken a break from it and then came back to it like recently. Like recently as in the past several months recently.
Yeah, and so you got that. You've got the guys that made, what's 20XX now?
Yeah.
Battery Staples, the name of the company. I can't remember the name of the...
Yeah, I don't remember the original name of the game.
But it was basically it's a Mega Man style game. It was based off
Roguelite.
the Mega Man style, and and probably would have got better reviews than Mighty Number 9 did.
Still being
but
supported,
it's
which Mighty Number 9's not, I don't think.
Yeah, so I would definitely look at that one's still on Steam, so definitely look up 20XX.
Yep.
Recommend it
If you're into that sort of gameplay, which I am not, that would just frustrate me.
Yeah.
No, platformer's too hard.
I just get frustrated. I'm sorry.
You just have to like just jump and go pew pew pew.
Not good at that.
She's not good at jumping.
I'm not good at, especially in a 2D world, not good at spatial recognition. So.
Oh, damn it. How did I fall off? You ran off.
But I didn't.
Did you not see that gap right there? You gotta jump. Jump.
I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, that's why you died.
I think
Yes.
a couple of my favorite things from the show overall have been Hobos on a Train, which will happen one day. Hobos on a Train will happen.
Hobos on a Train!
Game designers, get at me.
We did it so good.
Hobo was on a train with a shotgun.
And, of course, the development of the sovereign nation of Griftopia, which has long been at war with Snittyland. And I would like to throw out on our 200th episode an olive branch and ask Snitty if he would like our nations to come together in peace.
Don't listen to her. The olive branch.
Dictators
it's a Trojan horse.
The olive branch
her.
is poisoned. Do
It's
not
not.
accept it. Do not accept it. I
Look,
repeat.
here's what I'm
This
thinking.
branch. Why is my hand turning purple? Oh god.
I'm thinking
not accept
that
it.
if Snitty and I came together to rule a nation, that it would be the most badass place ever. I mean, like, I'm pretty badass on my own, but I think together we could probably make it a little better.
If I know anything about you, you'll eventually overthrow him and then just take his land for yourself.
That's like down the road. We don't have to talk about that right
It's like
now.
some Game of Thrones shit there.
Exactly. It's like olive branch. Stab in the back. Your land's mine now. It's okay. Don't worry about it, people. He was a great leader. I loved him, but something happened. He fell down some stairs. I'll take over for now.
Just blame his death on like Kyle or something like that. It's like this man murdered this great Snitty.
Wow.
I remember this too. We created the Griftopia thing. I just thought about this. When we created the Griftopia thing, it wasn't long after that, because we used to do intros for the show. This week on the show, da-da-da-da, and we would do the show. And I created this thing to where it was like 3 episodes. The very beginning was like some type of Griftopian
It's like travel commercial.
Griftopia
propaganda
travel.
or whatever. I have to pull those back up. Those were some of the best. I even had my friend Mike come over and do like a British accent for one of them. And it was great.
All of our old episodes are on iTunes and Podbean, so if you missed any of just the audio only, that's where you can find them. You can download them to take them with you and listen at your leisure. So.
And it was the fun part about those too is there was no buffer. Like right now, there's 4 of us, so we might have 2 of us that have the same opinion, or 2 of us that don't, whatever, or there might be 3 of us that are one way, and there's a ganging up that happens. There was nothing. It was 2 people battling it out, and at one point, Griff and I both would go, and we need to move on. That was basically what would end up happening. So
I can't help that I was always right, okay?
yeah.
Welcome to my life. Welcome to my life.
Oh God, that was some good episodes though. I enjoyed those. And then I liked it when we did live, like when we were able to actually stream and do live before your all's internet went stupid.
Yep.
If I could make fart noises, I would, but I would get beaten for that. So
Yeah.
everybody just imagine how crappy our internet is.
Yeah. And so I enjoyed the live ones too, just because of those responses. And actually, was it the 1-year anniversary that we did the first live one? Right?
Yes.
It's just me and you, Griff.
Yep, and you had to leave in the middle of it. Do you remember
Oh
that?
my God! Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, what do I do now? So we
I
had to,
certainly
like,
did. I
a
forgot the
half-hour
alarm went off at my
pause.
office.
Yep.
Yeah.
And like 9:00 at night. So yeah. Yep, that was fun times.
The
Good.
golden age.
The adventures in live broadcast. It would be nice to get back to it. Unfortunately, our internet's not super great, and now Skype's not cooperating either. Skype won't let OBS capture it for some reason. So
It's got like these rules that you can't.
Wait, does that mean that Chicken didn't research what we could use to capture with OBS throughout the week like he was supposed to?
What do you mean, Caps?
I
We could use
might
Twitch
have
or
mentioned
Discord.
that earlier.
Griff doesn't have Discord.
But you
We could use
didn't. Okay,
Twitch.
we're not going to argue about it right now. We will save that for after the show.
He did get a message. I'm just saying, he did get a message earlier in the week from me asking if he wanted to check out and see if the Twitch thing was working or not. So
I did
just
not
saying.
see that message. I'm sorry, I did not see that message.
Well, right now, this is what we're doing. We're not going to throw people under the bus. It's a good time.
Yeah.
Chicken, Baka,
We're just gonna-
you guys
we're
got
gonna
some
run
good
over the
memories
bus.
to share? Or do you just hate it all? I mean, you know.
No.
I hate
no,
everything
nothing.
equally. I'm a ginger.
Nothing.
You guys are
nothing.
dicks. Well,
No,
fine.
I still like the hobo on the train.
I
Give
mean,
him the
it's gonna
shotgun, have him
happen.
go through each cart,
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Hobos on a train.
fight other hobos for cans of meat.
We came up with another game too. We had hobos on a train. I can't remember what the other one was.
Yeah, I was trying to think of it when you were talking about it, but I can't place it.
I don't know. Hobos on a train though, because we always thought it would be more like kind of like Grand Theft Auto. In the
Something
way
like
that it was
that.
set up. Yeah.
You gotta,
The way that
like,
it was set up.
hijack trains
No. You're not
beat up
hijacking the
hobos?
train, but like it's open world like that. You know.
in a train yard.
Yes.
In a train yard, you go from one train yard to the next train yard, and you got to fight off all the other hobos, and build
Beat
up
them up
your
with loose change.
Build
beat
your
up the hobo
hobo-
Take
empire.
their jackets
Yeah, you
as
build up your
trophies.
hobo army eventually, right?
No, your hobo empire.
Yeah, so...
Empire sounds so much better. Your hobo empire.
Although, to be fair, if you're building an empire, you turned it into more of like Saints Row.
That's true.
Each hobo emperor that you slay, you take his jacket. So you at the end of the game, you have like 50 jackets on.
Just
I'm the
stand there
biggest
with your
hobo
arms out.
around.
Oh,
Do you get the
God.
little stick with the like the bandana thing hanging
Yes.
with the stuff too?
Yes.
So like
No,
you've
that's
got like
what you
50
start
of
out with at
those.
the beginning. By the time you're at the end of the game, you no longer need that stick. You've upgraded to a shopping cart.
Oh,
People in
shit.
shopping.
Hobos on a train.
Oh, God. Game designers, get at us. We have like a multi-million-dollar idea right here. Come on.
Indie studios. Let's start a Kickstarter. Let's do it.
Do you
Make
do you
our own
remember the
game.
box game, Griff? Like there was the box. It was like you were a box, and there was you go into a room and there was boxes, and it was like black and white.
Yeah,
so it
the
was-
really weird one that we talked about, and I can't remember the name of it now that
Because
we talked
I
about
was
it. when it
talking
was-
because I talked about the fact that the guy that went in and pitched this to whoever it
had
was.
to, yeah, you did like your best Jim Brewer impression.
Yeah, because it was just like I remember that one now too. 'Cause-
I guess that game didn't do so well or never came out. I can't remember if it actually was out or was in development.
it was in development, and I think it was going to be PC and PlayStation.
I don't know
only,
if that ever
think.
came out. I don't remember the name of
I
it,
don't
so I
know.
can't go look it up. I can go listen
Something
to old
box.
episodes.
You could just
again.
look up Box the Game.
Yeah.
Box
the movie.
game. Ah.
But you could see it because it was like this guy that would just come in and he would just be like, "So man, I got this idea." It was like, oh, that was good too. Enjoyed that.
That's some crazy times, man.
Oh wait, we had it wasn't long after the 24-hour stream with Baka blowing everybody up.
I do what I want.
Right?
Yeah, that was at the beginning of the 24-hour stream when we
Right?
were playing Divinity.
Right?
Are you sure you would like to keep digging? Well, yes. Yes, I do. Hey, chicken! Boom! I killed chicken, I killed cow, I killed sheep,
Reload.
killed...
Killed us.
Was it chicken?
I thought you were talking about the other chicken.
No,
Like the actual
no, that
chicken.
chicken survived. I killed you.
Oh, yeah. 1 out of 2 chickens have been destroyed. Would you like to?
The other
reload?
chicken was
Yes.
smart enough to stay away from my antics.
I've learned that. Stay away from Baka.
He's gonna do what he wants.
Especially
it's
if
gonna
I'm
be
digging
bad.
shit.
Yeah, no shit.
What does this button do? Boom! Okay, that's what that does.
Yeah.
I think that we should also offer this opportunity to everybody that's listening / watching. If you're on YouTube, leave a comment down below. If you're listening, go to our Twitter and let us know what your favorite Infinite Respawn memory is. It'll be good
Yes, for
times.
sure.
It'll be good times.
I think so.
I mean, 200 episodes. There's got to be at least one thing that we're like, yeah, I guess that's okay.
Yeah, it was mediocre. It was whatever.
That's a pretty good idea.
It was alright. That one. That one where you did the
I
thing.
chuckled a bit, you know.
I chuckled a bit.
I chuckled a bit.
Yes, Baka. Yes. Well, as luck would have it, randomly, Chicken also has a really big announcement that just so happened to coincide with our 200 episodes.
Right?
Yeah, I know. It was very ironic. I finished my stream on Friday, and then not even an hour or two later, I got an email from Twitch saying that I was accepted into the Twitch affiliate program.
Yay, chicken! Yay!
So now we're an affiliate, so we can, I guess monetize our channel and whatnot. But that's just the first step. Now we need to move on to try to get partnered. Now that is a big step to try to move towards, so it will.
So basically, if you have an email, you should make a Twitch account and then sub to his, or not, you should follow his channel, and if you're rich, you could also sub.
Yes, but if you find me entertaining.
If you're worth it, here's the thing. This is the way I've always looked at this, because I do have 2 people that I sub to on Twitch, and I would have more if I had more money. But
Amazon Prime,
right? The thing that I look at is this: is for $5, what can I purchase for $5 on a daily basis? So a meal doesn't cost $5; it costs more than that usually.
Facts.
Unless you go up the dollar menu and you're super cheap.
Right. So if I go to see a movie, it's going to cost $8 to $13, $15, whatever, depending on what I'm going to see. And gas, well, shit, that's not even 2 gallons of gas. So it's like, you look at it and then you go, okay, so $5 out of a month, divide that by 30, so an average. That's really not that bad. $4.99 paid towards somebody you enjoy watching and the amount of time. Because just the stream you did alone of trying to get everything ready for Resident Evil, I was there the whole time. The whole 8 hours or whatever it was.
It was
yes,
9 hours.
I was in Subnautica, yes. But I was there.
Hey, that's fine. I'll be your side screen. I'll be your side screen. It's all good.
But now, what can I do for $5 in an 8-hour period? See what I mean? There is nothing for 8 hours. $5. Cheap
Chicken's
entertainment.
a cheap date, is what he's saying.
Yeah, cheap entertainment. $5 a month. Come on.
It's 16 cents a day to support.
All right, Sarah McLachlan, calm down.
Now we just
So that would be red.
Sarah McLachlan
For as little as
playing in the
16
background.
cents a day, you two can support a chicken.
Can support this chicken.
Would you like to adopt your own chicken?
16
where you can
cents a
find
day.
one. Yeah.
And he's
$4.75 less than a cup of coffee.
And right now, I mean, that's really not bad considering that right now he's on roughly, as long as our internet will stop being just the awfulest, which I don't think awfulest is a word, but it is now. He's on roughly 6 days a week. So
yes, he is.
I mean,
Every day. I try to be on every day, and I am in constant contact with my ISP, so most of the time
Comcast
I'm
people
just...
know him on a first name basis now.
Yes.
Yeah, like I am just... Like every time I stream, or when I'm done streaming, or whenever it starts having issues, I send them screenshots. I tell them what I'm doing. Basically, I just give them the 100% rundown so that they can always have it on file. Like, this is what I was doing. This is when it started messing up. And hell, even doing that, I can notice patterns now. Mm-hmm. Like if I use it a lot, it starts faulting, and then I just shift my schedule, and then it's perfectly fine. And then it starts faulting, and I shift my schedule, and it's perfectly fine. It's like, what's up, bitches? You can't stop me now. I know what you're doing.
Like juking the throttles that they swear they don't do.
Yeah.
But I thought that was a neat thing to happen for right in time for episode 200.
And just in time for the beta to come out for Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, we'll be playing Sea of Thieves this week, bitches.
Oh, this week is going to be so filled with stuff. I've got... My Resident Evil stuff is done. I did the whole entire professional run through yesterday on Resident Evil 4, and I unlocked the super gun. So today we're going to go ahead and actually start pushing.
So we're going to start trying to speed run today.
Yep, sub 2 hours. And let me just tell you, professional difficulty gave me a lot of fucking practice. If you get hit or grabbed by anything, you just die. Like, I was like, alright, fuck it, I would just reset, retry, just reload, retry. Fuck it. I spent... It took me a little over 5 hours in game time to beat it. But I was also following like somebody's speed run video. I was watching a section, then I'd do it just like him. Then I'd watch the next section, do it just like him.
Yeah, but that's how you learn, right?
Right.
You have to know exactly what you need to do and how quick, and then you adjust and see if you can get it quicker.
Exactly. You just
Right?
kind of
Yep.
make your own way out of it. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's that. So today we're ready. We're gonna do it today, tomorrow, and Tuesday. We're going to be speed running Resident Evil. Then Wednesday and Thursday is going to be Sea of Thieves. And then Friday and Saturday, Vermintide 2.
Wow, that is a really heavy week.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited
Lots
about
of
this
stuff. Lots of stuff.
What's your
Oh,
Twitch
my
channel?
goodness.
Tell us what your Twitch URL is.
Twitch.tv/EliteChicken313. I mean, everything is the same across the board. My Twitter, my Twitch.
I'll put
You
links
can fi-
to your Twitch down below on the YouTube video, and I'll put it in the description for the audio podcast. So
Let me come show
nobody
you
can
how
say
funny I
I
am.
couldn't find it.
Yes. Just come and watch, and I'll show you how good I am. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and it's funny because last night, it was yesterday or last night, one or the other, our friend Spunky is starting to, so strange at the same time, run Doom, which is, his favorite game of all time. So he's running his times and everything else. And in his chat, I told him, I was like, Chicken is starting to do Resident Evil. He's like, well, I'm going to have to stop by and watch. So, but I thought it was funny that, I've got two friends that have started speedrunning randomly, two games they really love. So,
And there's even a link or an article on Eurogamer about some other guy who after AGDQ, everyone gets this like itch. I mean, some
Gotta
people are
speed,
like, oh,
gotta go.
you don't want to speedrun games that you love, you can't appreciate it. Man, I played Resident Evil. I think I've ran through that game about 30 times at this point, so I have seen everything it has to offer, and I really enjoy that game.
right.
But now it's time to go fast. So I want to see how
I told you
how
before,
fast
though,
I
as
can
soon as
do
you
it.
learn to run, the guy showed you the trick to run, you can't play that game the same way anymore.
No. I mean, you get that striker out and you just start chugging it. Like you could do it with any, like you could only do it with the striker, but you could switch to anything. So
Yeah.
I mean, I know how to do it now. So I got the glitches down. I've learned a couple other glitches and things like that. Like I'm good. I'm going. So
Well,
I'm ready. Ready to try at least.
in addition to Chicken's speedrunning bonanza this coming week, I've already got the Roller Coaster Tycoon video. Roller Coaster Tycoon. That's not the game I'm playing
Planet
at all.
Coaster.
Planet Coaster.
Planet Coaster.
One
Get your
day
crap right,
I will
Rip.
remember to say it right. Planet Coaster stuff is up on my YouTube. I'm doing new videos of those every Tuesday and Thursday. I'm going to start my Mass Effect Andromeda post-mortem on Wednesdays and Fridays. So that gives you a full week of content for me, because Monday it'll be the podcast that's on our YouTube channel, on the Infinite Respawn channel, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I've got new content on my channel. But the Mass Effect one is more me taking a look at it more critically as we play through it and kind of being like, this is what sucked, this is what worked, this is why it really failed. So that's going to be fun. Also, I'm testing out a whole, it's my new capture card. It's a whole new suite of software that I'm using for it. So it's got I'm working on stuff, okay? The video quality is good, but the audio quality I'm still having to tweak. I think there's a noise gate issue, but I'm going to get it there, okay? So
Yep,
I'll link to
I
that
mean,
too.
So we've got everything you want. If you're at home and you need something to watch, I'm always live. Or if you
Always.
need something on the go,
Not
most
always,
of the time.
but yes,
most
you're
of
live.
the time. Most of the time I'm live. Or if you need something on the go, you've got her. So if you enjoy us, there's plenty of us to go around.
And to top that off, I'm starting streaming back as well.
Woo! I was going to ask.
So which you can see the green screen behind me. I've streamed 3 times, I think, this past week. And I am watching Chickens to make sure that I'm not, because he takes priority. So
Oh, I can host. Okay, I added you to auto host, so whenever I'm
Yeah.
offline, it'll.
yeah. So and actually, if you go onto my site when I'm doing it, the commands that are on there, one of the ones you can actually type in the ! Chicken, it'll actually pop his up, so you can actually switch over to his. if
You
want
still
to.
got to do that, Chicken.
I know
Gotta
I've got
get
a
your
lot to set up.
chatbot
I've got
fixed.
my little Streamlab things all set up for my speed run. It looks good. I think you guys are gonna enjoy it later once you see it.
Yeah.
Spent all night working on it after doing the fucking Resident Evil thing.
Well,
So,
give me your information. I'll log into your Nightbot and fix your commands.
I don't even know if I use Nightbot. I
It's
think I just
always in
use
your chat.
Streamlabs.
see,
Oh,
mine's
is
got
it?
a built-in Bebo bot is built into the Bebo system, so it's kind of nice. But yeah, I decided to, like, I've done Subnautica a lot think Saturday is when I started playing it this past week. And
like streaming it? I didn't get any emails.
Neither did I. I didn't get anything. I didn't know you were
Sunday, and let's see, was it Sunday? Well, it was like late night Sunday night because I knew it was a holiday the next day, so it was like 1 o'clock in the morning when I first started streaming it.
That might be
why.
Wow.
It was way to really get off the beaten path.
And so at 3 o'clock when I finally got off there, and then the next night I ended up doing it again just because I knew, because we had snow here, which was not really snow, but we had it and everything was closed the next day.
There was
so
white on the ground. It just wasn't, a lot.
White stuff was on the ground. It was time for a panic attack.
Yep.
Pretty much. I mean, with all the snow we've gotten this year, everybody will be stocked up until next year.
All that bread and milk, man.
Yeah, I don't know what is up with the folks in the South, but man, snow comes, you better get your bread and milk. Gonna make French toast forever. I mean,
yes.
I don't know.
It's alright, I don't understand that either, but here it's, get your bread and beer, I guess, but...
At least it's better than milk and beer.
Ooh. Oh, God.
Yeah, that would be a nasty combination.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Oh, God, no.
Well, that's awesome then. So we've got 2 streams that'll be up and running when they are not, they won't cross each other's... Don't cross the streets, guys.
Don't cross the streets. The one exception might be, and Chicken and I've got to lay this out or not, is it might be Wednesday night. We might have both our streams going at the same time for Sea of Thieves, depending on
You know what we could do, right? We could do a multi-Twitch.
What's that mean? I don't know what that is.
When you do a multi-Twitch, you give someone a link, and it pulls up both of the streams side by side.
Yep.
So that you can see both sides.
I've watched those before. I don't know why I didn't.
Exactly. So, you can see both sides of the fence. Because Oak seems to be a little more aggressive. I don't know. He seems like that kind of player if he would play Sea of Thieves.
He's more aggressive in other games, so...
Yeah, he's more aggressive in other games, so I'm just assuming he might be aggressive in Sea of Thieves.
Worse.
Hey, what?
We're going to get a ship, and we're going to go, and we're going to take over other ships. That is the first thing we're doing.
Okay.
I would think it's rare to find other ships.
It's probably going to be hard. It'll be... probably easier than No Man's Sky, because I'm pretty sure they actually implemented that feature. But, whatever.
Yeah, I'm sure there are other ships.
Wait, how are you going to be a pirate without taking over other ships?
I have no idea.
Maybe some pirates just like to drink and knit, okay?
I can tell you now, if I see another ship, we're going after that shit.
What fucking pirate knits?
Oh, trust me, we did, or we would have. I don't know what I'm talking about.
God damn it. Okay, look, stop this nonsense.
Hey, 2 days, 3 days, 3 days, and we can play.
Yep. And we can let everybody in the world see it. When I say everybody in the world,
I am so fucking excited. That game seems like it would be a lot of fun.
Yes, it does. It seems like it would be.
Nobody's going to trust us ever again.
Having seen people play it at PAX, I totally agree with what you say, sir.
Yes, totally. All the videos I've seen, it totally looks fun. All right, anyway.
Are there any more episode 200
I'm still hung up on the knitting pirate.
You know what? Just let it go, Baka. Maybe it's because that is just a thing to do. Somebody's got to make the pirate clothes.
Yeah. We're gonna play music for sure.
But it's not a fucking pirate that's gonna make the clothes.
It might be.
Just steal the shit.
Maybe they have hobbies, okay? Your job is not always the only thing you want to do, Baka.
Well, all I can say from this is tune into the streams on Wednesday, and we could talk more about it. And then if you don't like streams or whatnot, listen to the podcast next week. Listen to the podcast next week. My goodness. Yes, so can't wait a week. There's going to be plenty of streams for it, or you can just come hang out at ours.
Hey, pirates.
And then, Vermintide is Friday, so I'm so fucking excited about that too. Great game.
Sure Becca is too.
Yep. Gonna stream that.
We're gonna kill so many Skaven and Chaos.
Cannot wait. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's get to some news, because I could just feel the hype building up.
And that's all you're gonna talk about. Yes, news at the 30-minute mark. Let's do this.
Yeah, we could just run through a couple.
It's our 200th episode.
Yeah,
I was told that we could go longer than normal.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah. I think one of the most interesting bits of news that I saw was, let's see, a certain game is making a comeback that we all thought was dead forever. and that game is Fable.
I'm excited about this.
I am
Fable is
only
coming
okay
back.
with it because there is no Peter Molyneux involvement in it. I mean, that man
Well, I don't
is
like the douchebag
insane.
either, but you know.
Him and his oh yeah, we're gonna have this in the game and that and all these other cool features, and then when it gets released, it's kind of like No Man's Sky.
Yep, I'm pretty sure that's where Sean Murray learned all of that.
The difference is No Man's Sky continues to add content where Fable couldn't have added content.
Well, no. Fable added content. They added in where you can go to that little island, you can get your dog back, and
Yeah, that's the Fable 3 DLC was the content that was supposed to be there to start with or something.
Yeah, I didn't care for Fable 3. I played Fable 1 was incredible for its time. I mean, I can't even go on about how much I played that game. And then Fable 2.
Fable 2 I probably played 3 times, I think. But what was cool about it, I don't know, I never played Fable 1 because I wasn't into that style of games at the time. And I need to go back and do it because don't they have an anniversary edition? Or
Yeah,
Yeah, I
there's an
think so.
anniversary on
or 10th
360.
anniversary. There's also
So-
one on Steam too.
Oh, cool. And then Fable 3 I never played because everybody hated it. And I was like, I'm not playing Fable 3, even
I
though I
wanted
loved
to be
Fable
excited
2.
about Fable 3, but
So did a lot of people. But I mean, they couldn't have been any more obvious if they were like, hey, we cut out content to give it to you later. I mean, they cut out chunks of the story to give to you later. And that's pretty much the turning point
that's
when
awful.
companies started being like, hey, we could do that. And everybody's like, no, don't do that. And then everybody
And then they
started
did
doing that.
anyway because money.
But
Yeah,
here's
I
the
played-
hoping.
I
Go
played
ahead.
Fable 1, pre-ordered Fable 2, the Collector's Edition, because I really enjoyed the first one, and then they turned around and altered the Collector's Edition at the last minute, so they took away the little figurine and all that other cool stuff about it, so I was already kind of annoyed with it. And then I played the game, and it was okay all the way up to the end. It pissed me off so much. So fucking pissed with the ending and how that it went. It's all this, grinding and epicness, and
And then no payoff.
you just pull out a pistol and fucking shoot the dude. It's just that's it. There's no epic boss fight.
Sorry
There's
for
no-
spoilers for Fable 3's ending, but you probably
No, that was
already
Fable
know.
2.
How far?
Yeah,
how
if
far
you haven't
back
played
is
it at
Fable
this
3?
point,
Yeah, it's been quite a while.
It's like
Fable
7
3,
years, isn't it?
and then
8
8
3
years.
8
It was
years.
7
3
years, a little
starts
over.
out okay, and then when you hit the point to where it's you become the ruler, it gets really, really boring. Because it's I'm sitting here and I just have to make a bunch of stupid decisions. It's either this decision or this one.
Well,
I liked Fable 2 and the fact that I could log off, log back on, and I had money.
I didn't finish Fable 2.
Go and collect your
Like,
stuff.
I
Yeah,
started
like
it, and
Fable
I
2
think I
was
got-
incredible.
I don't even think I made it to the halfway point where I was just like, no, I'm kind of done with this.
That's what you need to go back to. If they do this, you need to go back to Fable 2. Fable 2
Is good.
really good storyline. I like the whole aspect of the good bad decision making thing.
And how it
Easy
affects your
only time that
character
sucked
and
about it,
whatnot.
really.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of unique at the time.
It still
Yeah.
is unique. Not many games utilize that. They let you make the choices, but it doesn't actually physically affect your character and the people around you. If you do a bunch of bad things, people look at you like crazy or scared of you and whatnot. The game is just good. It's one of my best memories. I was visiting my cousin at the time, and it came out that day. We hooked up our Xboxes. We had separate TVs. We were sitting back to back, and we played that shit for 30 hours. Beat the game in one sitting.
Good
We
God.
just did a whole bunch of shit. Playing single player games cooperatively. So, that was a blast. That game was incredible. Really enjoyed it.
Well, I hope
Really
that the
good.
new one goes well, then.
Well,
mean-
from what I could see, Microsoft is, I can't think of the word for it, putting a lot of resources into it.
Yes.
They've opened
They're
up a
backing
second
it
office.
very heavily.
Yeah, a significant investment.
Yes.
I mean, with
Well,
some
I mean,
200
it's-
people.
An IP that they know they can make money off of that they own.
Yeah.
They need something like Fable, though. I mean, they need a very strong
RPG.
single IP. Yeah, a very strong RPG
I can see that.
to put them back into contention with everybody else. Everyone's got their big RPGs. I mean, Horizon Zero Dawn came out last year, and very.
I kind of wonder
incredible
though
RPG.
if Fable
Well,
can.
it also seems that like PlayStation and stuff have more exclusive titles kind of going on.
Well, because
at the
Microsoft
moment.
tried to step away from that. They tried to stop doing so much exclusivity so they could be the platform that's shared with everybody. But I don't know if that's necessarily worked in their advantage or worked to their advantage.
It's an overall good idea, but they still do need those exclusive
Yes.
titles like Fable and
Well, I mean,
Halo and Gears of War.
Exclusivity
and
is not
stuff.
what burned them, that made them make this decision. What burned them, that caused them to make this decision, was the flack that they got for doing the Tomb Raider exclusivity for a year before it could come to PlayStation, and everybody from the PlayStation side of it was really upset about it, and that is dumb. If it's going to be a multi-platform game, then yeah, we don't need timed exclusivity, especially not a year. But
Yeah, but
there's no
PlayStation's
reason.
doing the same damn thing, and what they're doing it for is like there'll be content that's exclusive for the PlayStation for a year before, like it might be the game's released, but there's aspects of the game that you can't play.
Which I think that they think that that's better, but I don't really, I don't know if it really serves them at all. I don't think it gains them players to be like, oh, in Destiny you get this exclusive strike for a year. If you play on PlayStation, it'll come to Xbox one day. Like, I don't think that means
And
that
PC
everybody's
one
gonna... Yeah.
Yeah.
PC now, yes. But I really think that Microsoft needs to reevaluate some of their exclusivity and how they want to handle it. And yes, you're right, they do need an exclusive RPG.
Yes, they definitely do. And Fable is so iconic. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, when you say Fable, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, I've played that game."
I've played at least one Fable or had hands-on experience, even if you didn't finish it.
Right.
Yeah, like Fable's
one of those games that I played before I was a gamer, and was able to like play it all the way through and enjoy it still.
Yeah, like Fable is just a good game, and it was a tragedy here that the Lionhead went down. But they're bringing it back.
You at the helm, no fucking wonder.
You're supposed to sail forward, not down.
That's what happens when you make promises you have no intention of ever keeping.
Yeah.
Well,
And the thing is, I mean, other than the fact the guy's a total douchebag, like his thought process on his imagination on what he wants to create and everything else is second to none. The problem is, he's like a politician. He gives you a lot of little promises,
and then doesn't come through on most of them.
Like, and
he'd be like, "Well, you didn't give us all of this stuff." Well, I did give you this one thing, though.
Right.
But yeah, that's like 1 out of 10.
I told you that would be in there.
Okay. What about everything else? Don't worry about anything else. Just worry about this thing I gave you.
Focus on what you have.
That's not how it works, motherfucker.
It does in his world.
Yeah, apparently. But yeah, I thought that was incredible to hear.
I have altered the deal. Pray I do not alter it further.
What else? What else is going on? Chicken is the one that rounded up the news this week, so I'm letting him take point on it.
Well, you did bring up Destiny earlier, and Destiny is back in the news again.
I swear there was another one of these articles last week, which is why I thought I already knew what you were talking about, but apparently I was wrong.
Like, damn it, that corgi's still there.
Baka's his tailored ad is a corgi in a costume.
Yes. He's looking up
a
dog
pirate
outfits.
Costume.
That's funny.
Bungie apologizes again. Corgi pirate.
Just entertain you while you're being sad.
Too funny.
But Destiny's been out how long? 6 months? 5 months? 6 months?
A while?
Only not that long. Less than half a year. And
September?
They have come out almost every goddamn week apologizing for something.
I would say it's every week, but it's at least once a month.
A couple of times a month at least. But I mean, it's just they keep trying to artificially create repetitive content, and they expect people to not realize it. But this one is there's a hidden cooldown in the system with the new event, so you can only earn so many rewards, and then you can't earn any more rewards. So you're punishing your players for playing the game.
Yeah, you're punishing the people that are there. Well, I guess it's not punishing; it's withholding progress or withholding reward.
That is punishing. Like, you're gonna make it so that once you hit that wall, you don't get any more rewards anymore. You're just doing it for.
That's really not like, if you wanted it to have a limit on how many rewards you could reap from it, then I think you should have spread it out a little better. Maybe like figured out, a better way. If you did this many games, then you get this reward kind of thing, instead of it being like, well, you've got all of these rewards because you played back to back. Now you're not going to get any more for a week or whatever.
It's like, well, people want to progress. They don't want to hit a brick wall every single time they start doing something.
They don't, but I see what they're trying to do, and I don't disagree with what Griff said, which is there needs to be something there that's like, okay, here's the information. But you're gonna have those people that go, I'm gonna play this one particular, let's say, strike 8 times today,
Right.
and I'm going to earn this amount of points. And then you've got, they're not playing other parts of the game to get that loaded up. And to me, what I would do is say after, let's say 2 or 3 times you've played through that thing, it's not a wall, but it's like putting you in quicksand. So it slows you the fuck down. So it's like you can do it, but you're not going to get as many points as you did the first 3. Instead, let's say we'll use a number system. So let's say you get 10 points every time you play. Instead, the next few times you play, you'll get 2 to 5 points. Somewhere in between there. So now you still get points and you make it up, but you're not going to make it as quickly. And it just, I don't know if they're doing it because it bogs down their servers because you got so many people doing it. Like I don't understand the logic behind that part, but I think that you don't need to give the same amount of points. Like if somebody, because it just seems to me like you're just taking advantage of a system that's there. But I agree that the fact that like there seems to be something wrong with the system every time.
Yes.
But they flip flop so much.
Yes.
It's like you turn around and go, guys, we gave you this gun accidentally. We're gonna have to take this away from you because it is too OP. Da 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 da. Cool. Everybody bitches about it. They go, we're gonna give you this gun back because, well, you bitched about it. And it's like all we got to do is have like 40 people bitch about something, and then it flips back the other direction. It's like
Bungie's trying so hard to please their fans and at the same time please their Activision overlords that it's stretching them too thin. Is really what it feels like. It feels like Bungie's caught in the middle and this tug of war between 2 groups, and they can't. That's why they flip flop, is because they can't figure out that right balance to please both at the same time.
Well, I think let me tell you what I think they did right.
Okay.
And let me tell you what I think they're doing wrong at
All
this
right.
point, which is I think they did a very good job with Destiny 2 creating a product that was different than their original product.
Okay.
The original Destiny. They gave us a plot line. They did things that they did not do in the first one. But what they're doing wrong is they've even said we're going to reinstall things from the original Destiny.
Yep.
To put back in this and make it. It's like there's parts of the reason I didn't play the first one is because of the repetitiveness and things like that. Or I've enjoyed the second one. Now I haven't gone to it in I think a month, but I plan on going back into it because it's mechanically, and actually Griff and I had this conversation the other day, mechanically this game is completely sound.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like it is absolutely sound, and I love first person shooters, and I like a very fast paced first person shooter. And on PC, it runs nice. It's pretty.
They
it's
took all the good things they did with Halo and then tried to bog it down with a bunch of stuff that they didn't know how it worked and didn't ask how it worked before they tried to implement it when they did the MMO part of it.
Yeah, they just don't seem to understand how to make a progressive MMO. Like they think they've got like good ideas and whatnot.
But every time this happens,
they don't have like somebody to turn to and be like, hey, is this a good idea?
But they do. They're part of Activision Blizzard. Why don't you go talk to the MMO kings at Blizzard, which is part of your company?
Well, but to be fair too, like with Blizzard, correct me if I'm wrong. Y'all are World of Warcraft people, but vanilla is very complicated. Am I incorrect on that?
Yes. It is complicated.
Yeah.
It's got a slow pace to it.
Complicated.
Yeah.
But it's been streamlined since then, correct?
Which
Yes.
people hate.
Well, some people do, and
okay,
some people
okay,
don't.
let me put
There's
it to you
really a
this way.
split.
Okay, let me put it to you this way. There is the retail version, which people, it's accessible. That's the key word for it.
It is now, because it's
You can
like
do
over
everything.
a decade old.
Everybody can do everything. It's accessible to everybody. Why vanilla is so wanted is because of the community, the social aspect, the difficulty. People actually want to have to play the game in order to achieve things.
Right.
They want to always be able to progress, and they want to have a challenge.
Right.
They most of the time in vanilla, like, yeah, you hit walls, but you could eventually break through them. There was never a wall that you were just stuck at. You just eventually push through it.
I think I see what Oak's getting at, though, but at the same time, you also have to look at when these two games were developed. With Blizzard, they didn't have anybody else that they could turn to and be like, hey, you guys have already forged this path. How did you tackle these problems? Whereas Bungie does have that resource.
And I don't disagree with that, but what I'm getting at is the fact that I feel like they should have grown from 1 to 2, and they have.
Mm-hmm. They did.
And I feel like they're trying to regress back to where, when everybody bitched when it became streamlined for World of Warcraft, Blizzard said stuck to their guns, and they said, we're going to give you some things back. But we feel like this is pushing us to a newer level. And I think that with this, they're just going, we're going to give you Destiny 1 back on some of the, and that's where I disagree with what they're trying to do. It's like where I feel like World of Warcraft is like, this is our new system. We've got new complicated things that are going to happen anyway. We've got to do it. We got to progress forward. And we're Blizzard. Fuck you. We've got this. You know, you're going to play our game. We know you're going to play our game, and you're going to have an enjoyable time. And I love the fact they're giving people vanilla back. And I always love the fact you think you want it, but you don't, you know? And it's like,
well,
okay,
I
mean, that guy is still eating his fucking words. Every morning he has to fucking pour himself a bowl of my words and eat it.
But to be fair, though, the vanilla relaunch hasn't happened yet, and there will be a lot of people that wanted that nostalgia, and when they actually get down to brass tacks about it, we'll find out that they didn't.
I can't wait. Like, I am fucking
ready.
I know,
as soon as but I'm just saying, not everybody is you.
That is true. Like, everybody's looking at it with the analogy rose-tinted glasses. Think it's all pretty and fun and whatnot, and when they get into it, it's going to be nothing.
It's going to be hard.
Especially the people who didn't play vanilla are looking at it like, oh yeah, this is no big deal, and who wants vanilla and this and that, and when they get to it, it's like, oh my god.
I think they just did a patch for World of Warcraft anyways that actually made leveling a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, they did that level scaling patch.
They just nerfed it.
Did they? They like turned around and nerfed it back?
It was an issue for dungeons and things like that. They took that back down. But I mean, accessible, as we were just talking about, the whole beginning area now scales 1 to 60, so you can quest wherever you want, no matter what.
Which I think is a little weird, but at the same time, okay, fine.
It's fully accessible. If you want to go and start in like a 60 zone and you're level 1, you can do it. It does help on
PvP servers, though, because you can't, like, as Alliance, as we've talked about before, you can't go to Duskwood because there's always going to be a horde camping there. Like, all right, fine. I don't need to go to Duskwood anymore. I'm just going to continue to quest through, like, Westfall when I hit that, you know, the level that I should go to Duskwood or whatever.
Which I think their newest change is going to be incredible. You get to queue up for what kind of server you want to be on. I'm leveling, so I'm just going to level on a PvP server. When I'm 100, I'm going to fucking go to a PvP server and whoop some ass. I'm going to go kill the Lopies who are deciding to level on a PvP server. Like, if you queue up for it, that's what you're getting. If you don't want to and you just want to level, then you're good for it.
I'm sorry that this devolved into a World of Warcraft thing. We were talking about Bungie and Destiny and everything, and maybe one day they'll be able to stop
led into
issuing
that with the Blizzard Activision.
Yeah, I mean,
but I mean, it goes back to the fact that yes, that Blizzard's continuing to learn too.
Yes.
And I don't disagree with the fact that yes, you go to Big Brother and you go, hey,
can you help me with my homework?
Yeah.
Can you help me with my homework? That's pretty much exactly what he needs to do, and then they could be like, yeah, let's see what we've got here.
But I mean, at the same time, it feels like this is what it feels. We'll use the homework analogy. It feels like we learned how to add and subtract in Destiny 1. And we've learned multiplication and dividing in Destiny 2.
But the downside of that is you're buying a AAA game and not an indie game. And in an indie game, it's okay that they're learning multiplication on a base level as you go along with them. And a AAA game that you're paying full price for and it's their sequel, they should be past that and well into advanced calculus.
I don't
totally
think
this is their forte. Like, MMOs are not their forte, so they are
FPSs,
kind of like,
though, they're really good at that.
Yeah, like, I mean, I've played it, hands down. The gameplay of Bungie games are incredible.
If they gave me a single player first person shooter
you mean
of
Halo?
Destiny, I'd fucking play the shit.
Halo? I'm
Right
sorry.
there,
Yeah, I mean,
Halo.
I'm telling you, they give me a first person shooter that's just absolutely a solo campaign and gives me multiplayer on the back end of it,
Hell yeah, I'll play the shit out of it.
They just didn't. They're not succeeding as well as they had hoped to with Destiny, and it doesn't. We sound like we're the minority in saying that, which we may be, because Destiny has done so well as far as sales go. But I feel like their players are constantly disappointed.
I don't think it's doing quite as well as they want it to, and sustainability-wise. Like, I think they've definitely got their player base. And the people who love to play it, good on you. I'm glad you enjoy it. I mean, that's cool. That's cool.
There's a lot of people that bought it, but there's also, like, even at my work, there's a lot of people who brought it back in for trade.
I saw an article, too, this week. It's not on the news or anything, or it might have been last week, where they were going to bring back the Valentine's Day event from last year, but apparently fans didn't really care for that event. Bungie's just bringing it back because it's their preset themed holiday event for Valentine's Day. It's like team doubles, I guess.
Huh.
Okay, that's interesting.
So, it's one of those things where I kind of scratched my head and went, if your fan base didn't really care for it, why would you bring it back, like, completely untweaked? Why wouldn't you at least try to do something that they might like more, try a different event kind of deal, but instead you're bringing back the same one that they all said they hated. So, okay, sure.
It's odd.
Maybe,
or at least add in something to give them more of an incentive to actually do it.
I think at this point they're so wrapped up in trying to do everything else they need to do to keep the game afloat that they were like, we need an event and this one's already done, let's just throw it out there. But at that, I don't think you're really serving a purpose with that aside from tossing out a holiday event. I mean, it really seems phoned in.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know.
I don't understand why you do a Valentine's event in a video game.
I don't have a problem.
Like
Like World of Warcraft does it.
Yeah, WoW
it's
does.
fine.
It's called The Love Is in the Air, and it's just a bunch of hearts all over the place, and there's a dungeon
goblin.
boss who basically
Rocket.
is mixing shit together to make people, all
Fall in
crazy and
love.
whatnot. Yeah, and then you have to go and kill him, and you can get the love rocket.
That is the only reason people run that, is because there is a amount that is specific to that holiday dungeon. There's also, I mean, the stuff like that is all for cosmetic reasons. People that do that stuff is because they want the cosmetic stuff in WoW. Because there's a pet too, Pedal Feet, that Red friggin' hates.
It's a little goblin with
goblin
the heart.
Cupid and things like that.
I like
but
to pull him out and just like go near Red, and he just like freaks out and runs away.
it's a cute thing to do for MMOs, to do themed holiday events. I mean, I'm pretty sure, I can't remember exactly, but I think that Rift did some as well.
Yeah, Rift had some, for sure.
Like every MMO does them.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not a
it's
bad
nice.
thing to do. And in an MMO, it's almost expected. But if nobody liked the event last year, maybe you should tweak it a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Make it a
Dude,
different
that's
event
something.
Well, and they might. I mean, it hasn't come out yet.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
from the
cosmetics.
article that
Give me a
they've-
fucking heart skin that I could put
The
on my
article said it
armor.
was the same one. So that Bungie had already, in a journal, said that they were launching the same event. So...
I mean, you just add some cosmetics. People think they need cosmetics, especially like if I could run into a damn thing with a pink suit of armor with like little hearts all over it and shoot
Man,
people.
that
Come
is
on.
okay. In Halo Reach, that's what I saved all my credits for. There was that you could have an armor animation, and the one that I saved my credits for was the little hearts with wings. So that there would be every once in a while, a little heart with wings would float off of me, and when I died, one would come out of my body. It was so cute
Yeah.
and
I mean,
dumb.
Things like that, just dumb little cosmetic things. People fucking eat that shit up. and you just get it because everybody likes to be a unique snowflake, and especially as your game lives on longer. The problem they did was they separated the two games, so anything you earned in the first one
Didn't
you
follow to
couldn't
the next one.
show off and give everybody their unique little flavor of snowflakeness. Like, I mean, the thing about WoW is everybody's got all these different things and shows off all these different prizes and all these different items and things like that.
Transmog gear, your mounts, even now you've got the fake enchants where you can enchant your weapon, and it's not the enchant anymore, but it's the old look to it, like Mongoose and all of that stuff.
Yeah. Everybody likes to be unique.
Yes.
So
I want
just
to be
gotta
a
give-
snowflake.
you just got to give them stuff to be a snowflake.
And then they'll spend money and throw it at you and go, take my money.
Exactly.
Just don't go overboard with it.
Money.
Well, what else we got to talk about this week?
We talked about Twitch earlier. We could talk about the Twitch Disney deal.
Oh, that'll work.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like four of the biggest YouTube gamers that stream normally with a combined total of 44 million subscribers.
A lot of fucking people.
That are part of the Disney Digital Network are actually now have a deal with Twitch, so they're moving from YouTube over to Twitch.
I'm gonna guess this is in light of the Logan Paul stuff.
Yeah, probably. There's a little instability.
To be fair, he's not Disney anymore, but Logan Paul used to be Disney, and I don't think it's been, I don't think Disney's really missed it, where they're like, maybe we should separate our current content from that platform where that guy's still being allowed to make content. Let's move them somewhere else.
I'm going to go ahead and go with that, but I think it was also YouTube not being hard enough on him, where Disney's like, you should be a lot harder on that dude because of what he did. You realize that. So we're going to go ahead and take our
Disney's a company that knows,
here.
Like, they're, to protect your image. So if someone does things like that,
You've got to separate yourself from them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of why there were probably secret talks between EA and Disney about what happened in Battlefront 2. They're like, you're going to have to fix this. Do you understand that? We don't need this kind of shit coming on.
All I can think of is, like, someone calling up EA when the Mickey Mouse little voice, like, from South Park, and, you better fix this shit!
That's awful. Which YouTubers were it? What were it?
There were 4: Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, Strawberry17, and Luzu Games. They will live stream and create exclusive video-on-demand content for Twitch as a part of a multi-year partnership.
Multi-year partnership. Disney don't play, yo.
Man, Disney's got there's a team in League of Legends that is teamed up with Disney, and the meme around that is that the owner of the team, it's Team Liquid, throws out money. He's like he just buy all the fucking players. There's a GIF of him taking like a big old stack of hundreds and like the money gun, stuffing it in there with like money shades on and just shooting it around, playing music and whatnot. It's like Steve just buying up whatever the fuck he wants with that Disney money.
Oh my god.
This is a big win too for Amazon against Google.
Yes, because Amazon is the one that owns Twitch.
And I especially pulling in Disney stuff. So I'd be interested to see, because Twitch has changed. It used to be where it was exclusively gaming. They moved into the IRL stuff. Of course, you did have the creative content and stuff like that too, and some talk shows. And they're even now showing, like, I think I saw Yu-Gi-Oh! Or something like that. They had a marathon going on with it. They'll have television shows and stuff that show. And what I thought was
Ross? Cool... Come on now. Bob Ross.
Yeah,
when they did the Bob Ross thing, that was the change. And then they brought it back every single day.
Yep.
Yeah.
So...
And then with... what I thought was interesting, I didn't even know this was a thing, and I happened to flip over to it, is you'll click on, like, say, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Whatever. If Amazon is showing and marathoning it, you can stream watching that particular show, and there's no violation when it comes to the copyright, because Amazon owns the rights to whatever they're showing, and you're part of the Twitch program, so you can sit there and do that. So if you wanted to comment, let's say they were running, I don't know, Dragon Ball Z or something, and that's one of your favorite shows, and you wanted to comment while it was doing it, you could sit there and watch the show, and it's like watching with a group of friends that all have the same interest.
Yep.
Which I thought was pretty fucking cool.
I've definitely got to throw this out there. All right, so why these things are so much fun and why Twitch is doing so well is Twitch chat has become an entity. Itself. It's not just a person or a group of people talking. Twitch chat is now an entity that, while watching things, memes get created in chat, like GIFs, like it becomes a community no matter what. Like, you could watch a specific streamer, Twitch chat is crazy, or watch a show and you're watching it. Like when they did the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Twitch chat was incredible. I mean, whenever they did the Morphin thing, it would just blow up with the little emotes. It's Morphin time, and it would just blow up and everybody would get so excited and chat would get riled up. And it's just fun to be part of that, because you don't have to pay for anything. You can just be part of the community, and everybody all watching it has a similar thoughts as you.
YouTube has the option for streaming as well, but it just is not as...
It's not Twitch chat.
Yeah, it's different. It's very
Twitch
different.
Chat.
Well, and if you go back to, I thought, if you remember, was it 3 years ago when Amazon ended up buying Twitch, that it was interesting to me because if you remember, Google had the option
They were on the
I
fence
think,
about
yeah.
it because they wouldn't be able
they
to
were on
buy
the-
it.
But the problem was that they were worried about that there was a possibility of a monopoly, so it ended up being an antitrust thing. So they would have had to figure out a way to do that. So what they did is they implemented their own streaming option, basically, and created a gaming channel for you to be able to go into. And so I find it interesting that Amazon's come in, and I mean, Amazon's got one of the best business models in the world. I mean, they started off as literally a book company, and now is one of the largest online retailers in the world.
If you can dream it, you can be it. Amazon
I think
said.
Alibaba is the only one that's got them beat, or whatever the hell the name of it is, which is basically online Walmart in the rest of the world.
Online Walmart.
Yeah, but I mean, it's, you know, I just find it interesting that it's gotten to the point now that they're getting the attention of Disney and bringing them over and saying, hey, we can make this deal because you've got that Amazon money that's back behind it.
Yeah.
Right.
Versus just being Twitch. I actually like the fact that Microsoft decided to create competition and put Mixer into it. And
Beam. There's another one called Beam that you can stream from. I don't know who owns that though.
Beam is Mixer.
Is it Mixer? Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. It seemed and people talk about it like it's two separate things.
Beam is what it started off as,
okay.
and then Mixer is what they changed the name to.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
After Microsoft purchased them, so
Thanks.
And then, but yeah, I mean, I like the fact that there's multiple options, and because they're creating that competition against each other, it's making each one of them want to be a little bit better. And Microsoft, you know, they still give you the option if you want to stream Twitch straight off of your Xbox, even though they own Mixer.
You can.
You know,
well, they would be dumb to try to cut off something like that.
For sure, because you got a lot of people that have started. That's how they started. They bought their Xbox One, started streaming. The only thing that's weird to me is, what do you do if you don't have a Kinect now that the Kinect is no longer a thing?
Well, you buy a PC.
Yeah, but I'm just wondering if there's a camera option now. Like, if you can put a regular PC camera.
I mean, there are USB ports in this thing.
I'm guessing, maybe.
I'm pretty sure they have to like fix their programming to make it so that you can use a camera while streaming. But I mean, if they're going to remove the Kinect, the best thing to do is go ahead and set that up now to let it identify cameras and let you use them.
I think at this point they also probably just acknowledge that most people, and I won't say all because I know there are people that don't, but most people are going to stream through their PCs. Like, even if they are playing a console game, they will stream it through their PC.
Oh yeah.
The only time I streamed through my Xbox is when my PC was down. I would stream through it in the PlayStation. So.
Yeah, I mean, PC, this day and age, you can have your consoles, but PC is just where everything is at. I mean, and Microsoft understands that. That's why I give them so much fucking credit. They do Play Anywhere with their Microsoft store. They let you cross-platform between the PC and the Xbox. I mean, they own Windows, so it would.
And it's basically a Windows machine.
Exactly. I mean, it's a small Windows machine with all of its technology inside of it. So what the hell? Why not just let you play it? So. Right. I mean, hell, they let you stream games directly to your PC from your Xbox without anything.
The question, to go back to the main article, is do you think this Switch will hurt those creators, and or will it hurt YouTube in the end?
It will hurt. It will make YouTube step back for a second and be like, okay.
Because Markiplier and Jacksepticeye are pretty big. I mean, they're pretty important people. I don't even watch their channels, but I readily recognize both of their names.
I don't think it'll hurt YouTube because it's a juggernaut. I think it'll hurt YouTube gaming.
Yes.
Most
well, especially now that they don't have PewDiePie either. I mean, well, he's still on the platform, but after all the stuff that's happened with him, his reputation is pretty damaged. So
well, it needs to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like
Same
he's
thing
a
with
saint
that other
or
guy
anything,
too.
but he was one of the other big names that you know in the YouTube gaming community.
Right.
So I think with the loss of some of those, I think that you're right, it is going to hurt YouTube gaming specifically.
Right.
And I think YouTube's going to have to figure out what they can do.
Take a step back as far as and look at their punishment for people who do.
Well, because they have to know that this is in retribution for not punishing the Logan Paul.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So, I mean, they have to understand why Disney's doing this. You'd be stupid not to see it.
Yeah, and thinking about it, you know, YouTube's got like its big ones like up here that it keeps everybody topped off.
It's top tier, yeah.
when you think about Twitch, like, you have the people in the spotlight, but Twitch is so much more willing to kind of take all of these, like, people who are getting started and put them on the front page and give everybody exposure more equally. And it's like, if you want to stream, just come on in. We'll help you out. If you're popular, we'll give you the resources to become popular. They don't pick and choose who's the special people in their top tier things like that.
Twitch does Twitch has their own little show that they'll do like once a week,
their
weeks,
little
whatever.
Twitch Weekly.
And they'll have one of the people that are part of that panel will choose a streamer, and it might not be a very popular streamer, but it's somebody they enjoy watching, and then they make them, like, right after their stream, they actually, what they do is
they'll host them.
Which
I
is
saw
super
that.
nice.
Okay, because one of the streamers that I follow, Twitch was hosting them. I was like, why the fuck is Twitch hosting them? And it's like, oh,
who was
it's
it?
because Linkus. He's a Zelda speedrunner, and one of the people from Twitch like to watch him. Put him up there, host him, give him a bunch of exposure, and which Amazon gave Twitch a bunch of money, and then it's kind of like,
Here's your money, go play with it.
Keep doing what you're doing because it's working. And Twitch is like, all right, and that's why people like Twitch, is because they give you the tools and say, build something with it. Build something with it. Like the Twitch affiliate that I just got, it's like, hey, you're doing something, build something with it. It's like, all right, I'll keep doing what I'm doing. I'll see where I can go with it. Good job. Keep doing it.
For sure.
It's more hand in hand than YouTube is. YouTube does not help their creators or keep an eye on their creators the way that Twitch does with theirs.
And that goes into what YouTube just did too, with their making it harder to monetize your channels. Like,
well, because they do too much across the board punishment instead of reevaluating how this happened in the first place. Which Twitch is like, okay, there was a problem here. How can we fix it and not punish everybody at the same time?
Yeah, I don't know what Twitch has that YouTube doesn't, but man, if you do something that Twitch doesn't like it, they are on your ass in a damn heartbeat. Like, I've seen people try to stream porn, and they hit you so fucking fast, it's ridiculous. They're like, oh, I see you. Or lower streams are like, I see you. It's because of the exposure. It's live elements. If a small stream starts getting a shitload of views, why? Oh. Boom, knocked off real quick.
Why? Naked people. Oh, that's a problem.
Boom, knocked off real quick. So, I mean, YouTube is just like more instant.
Well, I look at it this way, is Twitch has snipers, YouTube has shotguns.
Yes, that is a good way to look at it.
It's how they deal with their punishment. YouTube's like, oh, everybody in this radius gets punished because we don't have anything that can refine this. And Twitch is like, oh, okay, just pick that one guy off. We're done here. That guy off. We're done here.
Permanently banned.
He's got
and I think part of it too is live content.
Yeah,
like,
it's gotta be part of it.
It's gonna be when I think there's 5 years worth of or 3 years worth of videos that are uploaded to YouTube daily.
Yes, there's just not a way that they can keep track of it all.
Yeah, there's not, and so I think that with live content, it's just different. And Twitch was built on live content. It wasn't built on, you uploading a video. It was built on you recording a video live.
And then you can save it for later now,
Yeah. So, I just think it's different.
It is. It's going to be interesting. Interesting to see what this means. Because if Markiplier and Jacksepticeye are out, how many other gaming YouTubes are going to follow suit because it's in their best interest too? I mean, there'll be some that'll be like, yes, they're off the platform, I can be the biggest now. But there'll be others that are like, okay, they left because there's problems. We should probably do the same.
Well, and I think you're going to see Microsoft throwing money at some people too.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
Because if you've got a big move like this, Mixer's probably going to end up pulling in a couple of them too. So
I wouldn't blame them.
Which is great. If you can create a competition for Twitch,
go for it.
To the point to where they're battling back and forth, and me as a gamer, I'm going, I want to watch Mixer today, or I want to watch Twitch today, depending on who's going. I'm cool with that, But the advantage of having on Mixer too is the fact that it's a smaller audience that's in there, so it's easier to get the start. It's kind of like how Twitch was at the beginning.
Yeah.
So you start at you're starting at the base, and eventually you can kind of ride it up, versus sitting down at the bottom and trying to move your way through. So if you're a big streamer and you were to move over and you already have it and say, now I'm going to Mixer.
But the downside of that is trying to convince your audience to go, because Mixer has a smaller audience just because Twitch is bigger right now, and convincing your audience to go can be a pain.
True, but some people's audiences will follow them to the ends of the earth.
Well, that's true.
I've
Some
seen
people's
some
will,
that
yeah.
just, yeah.
And I think if you're going from YouTube to there, it's not the same as going from Twitch to there.
No, and I will have to say that these guys coming over from, and lady, whoever, coming over from YouTube are gonna have to get used to the world of Twitch.
Yeah,
It's
Twitch
a lot
can be
different
mean. Live video is very different than just avoiding the comment section, because you can't stream on Twitch and not read your chat.
Yep. I mean, and that's, like, if you watch certain streamers, you realize that their chats are specific ways. Like, I mean, I've watched Ko, and his chat's super friendly and really fun, and they're really supportive. And then I've watched, Crips, and his chat is trolly as hell. They spam stuff, and they're just a bunch of crazy fun.
It's clicks. You have to fall into the click that is there.
Yep.
I mean, it's just how it is.
It's super interesting to watch these different streamers have different styles of chat that develop towards them.
I like watching some of the female streamers too, because the way they react to things is differently. So you'll have these more attractive female streamers that might be playing, and let's say they're good gamers, whatever. But you'll have some where somebody will make a comment that's lewd or whatever, and the entire chat's going to attack the shit out of that person.
Oh yeah.
And then you have others where they wait on the streamer to attack the shit out of that person.
Yeah.
And then you have kind of a combo of the two, right? So it's like, and it's funny to watch that sassiness with some of them, and some of them, everybody's protective big brother type,
It's
stop being an asshole, we don't do that here type thing.
It's called white knighting.
Yeah.
Sorry, but that's what it's called. Internet white knighting.
What else do you guys want to talk about? We're over an hour here, and I know we can do extra.
We haven't talked about what did everybody play this week. What games did everybody play this week?
Everybody already knows what I've played all week. Resident Evil 4. All week. Prepping
you played
for speedruns.
Some PUBG too, sir.
A little PUBG.
Yeah,
Like
a little
one
bit.
night.
Some PUBG, some Hearthstone, Overwatch.
I've been playing so much Overwatch, you guys. If you have Overwatch on PC, it is my new, addiction. So, I was addicted to it for a little while, and then I kind of got out of it, and now I'm back. So, if you want to play, just hit me up. Let's talk about, let's talk about playing. I'm there. I'm not the greatest, but it's so fun.
It's a fantastic game.
It's
Hell
so
yeah.
fun. I've had so
it.
many good times this week. And Mass Effect.
I've put lots of hours, like I said earlier, into Subnautica. Ridiculous amount of hours into Subnautica. I do have a pet now, though. His name's Louie.
It's so cute.
Louie. He is a cuttlefish, and he's awesome.
Adorable.
I took a picture of him and sent him to Griff.
You should post it on your Twitch or Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitch.
I will. He's so cute. Twitcher.
Oh god.
And then I started Shadows of the Damned.
Why does that game sound so familiar?
Because he was talking about it in your Twitch chat the other night.
And
It's familiar even more so. Go ahead.
but it's the interesting part about it was it's from the creator of Resident Evil, No More Heroes director, and the music from the guy that did Silent Hill's music, and the amount of just dick and fart jokes is hilarious in this thing. But the gameplay is I've got to get used to, because it's kind of like Resident Evil 4, that same angle.
Stop and shoot.
Yeah, and it's just I've got to get used to that. But
You get used to it after a while.
but it's hilarious. You got a little skull guy that's basically your everything named Johnson, which I think is probably another dick and fart joke thing.
Yeah.
Do you want to see my Johnson?
He does become your gun, and they actually have one that's the shotgun is called Boner something.
Of course
my
it
God.
is, because why
Yeah.
wouldn't it be?
And he holds it right in that area.
Yeah.
This is my
Wouldn't
boner.
the recoil hurt?
You would
Right?
think so.
I thought the same thing.
It's like, bam! Ow, my balls!
And your checkpoints are this winged teardrop shaped thing that literally poops a golden poop on the ground and then flies off. That's your checkpoint.
Lovely.
Yeah,
It's like
yes.
South Park, kind of.
Sort of, yeah.
No,
'cause
South Park is more fun, Griff.
No, it's not.
It has Nazi zombie babies.
Too funny. So, did play that. Fun stuff.
I did Just Cause 3 quite a bit, actually.
Stop! I'm gonna play it again, and I'm gonna catch up to all of your scores and beat you.
So far, I have like almost a 5-minute hang time with the glider, the wingsuit.
Yeah. Did you do what I said? You get a helicopter and go to the ceiling, quote unquote?
Actually, I forgot all about it. I didn't go all the way to the ceiling. I actually fast traveled somewhere and just kind of like
jumped
slowly
off,
glided around and trying to figure out where. Because I was looking for one more base in a province and I couldn't figure out where
Oh my god, sometimes trying to find the last base is so hard. You're checking all of the little places that look like they could be groups of buildings. You're like, where are you? Yeah,
there was one of them that like it wasn't even in any of the groups. It was like some weird random ass little cave area and I was like, son of a bitch.
Oh, I hate that one. Good thing I know where it's at though.
But yeah. I've gotten one whole island completely taken over. Now I'm working on the next one. Like, I'm not progressing very much in the story. I'm basically going around just taking over all the bases because I did that in the first island. And it's like, you need to go here and here and here. And it's like, I've already taken over all these bases. I don't have to worry about people shooting me. I just continue through the story.
Yep. That's what I'm doing. Is like, just take over the bases. Because one, it's super fun. And two, it clears out a lot of problems for later.
Some of the bases are annoying, though, like where it's like, oh, look, we have constant airstrikes coming down on you.
Yep. You can use those to your advantage, though, because it does the red circle, it kind of flashes before it sends out the airstrike to you. Basically, just stand on all the shit that you want it to blow up, and just wait till it flashes, and then, you know, use your little grapple hook away, and they blow up their own shit. I mean, it's the greatest. So...
I don't know, I was just kind of going around taking over the little missile firing things all the time.
The little
I'm tired of these damn explosions. Because, like, one time, like, there were so many explosions going off, it crashed my game.
Yes, that happens now and then on PC. And it stutters on Xbox One as well. There's sometimes when there's just so much shit blowing up at one time, the game cannot handle it. So.
It just nope, I'm done. I'm out.
I mean, that's what you get for letting me have 3 bombs, and all of this stuff is going to blow up in addition to those 3 bombs, so...
Plus a missile launcher and...
I don't even use the missile launcher. I don't use weapons in that game. I use the grapple hook and the bombs, the sticky bombs. That is all I use.
How do you help just like the normal guys? I just like run around.
What do you mean, how do you... Okay, here's how you do it. You go grapple hook your face, grapple hook that ceiling, bye, motherfucker!
But there's like 20 or 30 of them sometimes.
Oh, I doesn't even matter. I'm like, you, bye, you, bye, you. I'm like, you get a grapple hook, you get a grapple hook, you get a grapple hook, you want
She's
one over there,
bye!
hooks. Yeah, I'm all about it. I do not use guns in that game, because I don't have to.
Fine, I still use guns.
That's fine. Play it how you want. That's how I play it. I grapple people and pull them to me and then stick a bomb on them and then grapple them to another person so they go to the other person and then blow them both up.
I did grapple one of, you know those armored dudes with the big miniguns?
Yeah.
I grappled one of him to a car as the car was driving away and it just...
I like to grapple like the helicopters to moving vehicles because that just pulls them down and the guy in the helicopter all of a sudden forgets how to fly, so he's just like, oh, what do I do? Crash. Yes. I'm a master of destruction.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is.
I love that game.
Too funny.
I'm gonna have to play it some more later.
Get more records.
Alright, what else? What do you want to get to quickly? Is there anything else we need to get to?
Of course. How how did we forget about them?
I don't know. I pulled it up too.
So
I don't know what we're talking about, but yes.
The Nintendo Switch. Their new line of toys. The Nintendo... I don't know how to pronounce that right. Is it
Labo? Labo?
Labo? Labo?
Labo? I don't know.
I
didn't
say
watch
Labo,
the video yet.
Like
Labo?
as in lab, as in like you're doing experiments.
I can see that too. Labo. Sure.
So if you live under a rock or a cardboard box and haven't heard
see what you did there.
And haven't heard of Nintendo's new announcement, they are coming out with a whole line of cardboard toys that you can use in conjunction with your Switch.
I'm so glad that you guys are excited about it.
It's just super fun. Like it's just
brilliant.
Nintendo creating things. They're going back to their roots. This part of the article, there was even a former Nintendo employee that pointed out in the wake of last night's announcement, a range of foldable cardboard toys were produced some 40 years ago when they were making toys.
Yep.
So they're going back to the roots. Except now they've got a fucking crazy-ass augmented reality system that they can use to make those toys.
Be
Incredible.
real.
Playing a
I used
piano
to,
on
make
cardboard?
like swords and shields and things like that when I was little.
So, of course, we all did that. Play with our friends. I used to use sticks. They were hardier, and you could hit somebody harder with them.
I also used metal pipes, and then I busted my eye, or like right above my eye open, so I wasn't allowed to play with those anymore.
Yeah, metal pipes don't break as well as sticks do.
Cardboard, though.
But yes, like they have a bunch of different things, and the greatest part, I'll go ahead and throw this in there, is that you don't actually have to buy it all. They're going to release the plans online, so you can make your own.
Yeah.
You can feel free to do it however you want, but the things that they've shown off is just awesome. Like lots of little simple toys that you can make with your Switch, like a robot. You put your little Switch controllers on a little robot that you make, and you can control it with your Switch screen, and you can make it walk around and whatnot.
That's cool, but the piano, hands down, is my favorite. And the fact that, first of all, somebody goes, not only am I going to make cardboard and try to make something out of it, I'm going to make individual keys, and then I'm going to be able to slide one freaking controller
into the back of it.
Which I don't understand how it works. I think that's what baffles me about it. How
It
does
showed
it work?
a picture of it. Okay, so you have your piano, and I'm going to put it sideways like this. Your keys are right here. The Switch controller's here. You slide it into the back, and the sensor is large enough to where it like will show what key is being pressed. So when you press a key, the sensor goes off. It's like, all right, this key is being pressed, and then it makes the sound based on which key you're pressing, which is just amazing technology that Nintendo has created.
Unreal.
Like, wow.
Unreal.
This little thing has that much technology, and it is just amazing. And
I
the
wonder how
robot
many people are
suit.
going to be like on street corners now playing a little portable piano.
Oh, there's just so much you could do with it. It's awesome. I like the fishing pole one. That's just
Yeah, that was cool.
Like that's just a lot of fun. You can just play a little fishing pole. The one that has me baffled that I still don't know how it works is the robot fighting one.
Is that the backpack one?
Yeah. I don't know how that works. Like I actually it boggles my mind.
I don't know,
Well,
man.
you're putting the screen in front of you, are you not?
Yeah, well, kind of, but I mean,
They're doing it like a VR headset, right?
I think so. I mean, it's
Yeah.
but you put one of the fucking controllers in your like little helmet thing, and then you put one in your backpack, and it's got these strings that go to like VR hands, and then you put two on your feet, and they're connected by a string that goes through the backpack, and it knows how you're moving. It's like a full VR suit with strings and cardboard.
I don't know, man. We'll have to see when it comes out how well it works.
Like, you tell me how the other companies are supposed to, like, even compete with that. Nintendo's like, we do it with cardboard, but we've spent millions of dollars developing VR. How'd you do it with cardboard? Like,
Magic.
we're just that good.
Nintendo is part magic.
They have to be. Like, I mean, it's just... let's see if I can find what else you can make
Instead of
with it.
Tinkerbell flying over a castle, they have a little Navi flying over HQ.
And telling everybody to listen, and everybody wants to shoot it. They make their cardboard sniper rifles and try to take it out.
The motorbike one
Or,
is
no, there's already
super
a fishing
fucking
rod,
neat.
so you just hook her up as bait for the fishing rod. It just...
They have the motorbike. Basically, you have your screen right here, and you have your two handles. And when you rev it, it actually revs your thing, and you got to hold it down so that you go forward. I mean, it's just neat little stuff that you can make for your kids or not.
Or your adult friends.
Totally going to make that for kids and test it thoroughly before I let them touch it. Ever.
I mean, I don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand how the house one works. Like, you build a little house, you put a Switch controller on the top, and you put the Switch screen on the front, so you can actually see into the house and do stuff in the house.
Yep.
Like,
Okay.
wow.
It's so weird.
Yes, it's super interesting. Nintendo just going back to the roots and making.
I
fun
guess we'll
stuff.
figure it out in April.
Yeah, comes out on 420.
Yeah, I know somebody who's gonna have one.
I mean, I'm looking at this damn thing, the robot one, and I just don't understand.
I figured it out. Well, they show like a close up of the inside of the thing. There's a lot of rubber bands that you have to attach, and basically the rubber bands and because the controller's on your backpack.
Okay.
The rubber bands are on the inside of the backpack, and then as you're moving your arms, it's moving rubber bands in the backpack. So the controller's picking up on that, and then with the headset down, that's wherever you're looking. So left and right, and you're actually looking at a TV. If you look, there's a television that's sitting over on the side.
Okay, brother, so you're telling me that Nintendo created a full VR suit with cardboard and rubber bands?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, Nintendo, you win. I mean, good luck to Sony and Xbox or Microsoft. I don't care. Good luck.
I'm gonna spend $300-400 on this entire setup for VR for PlayStation and Xbox, or you can spend like way less than that and have it for a Switch.
Yeah.
Well, it's not an actual headset on. You're actually looking at the TV. But
True,
still.
but I mean, it's what, $80 to play VR.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's gonna get kids up and like have their minds working and create these fun toys that they could play with.
And they can color them. That's what's great.
They
I have
customize
kids.
everything.
This is awesome. They love to color every fucking thing in my house. This is awesome. Now I give them something to color.
And then they don't want to color
make
it.
this pretty. I said pretty.
Well, all I can say is that's fucking awesome, and it's better than having kids like sit on their phones and watch YouTube forever. So, I mean, gets them up, lets them make things and have fun. That's awesome. Good job, Nintendo. Keep doing you.
Yes.
Yay, Nintendo.
And the thing is, that's just the first announcement from Nintendo for this year.
Oh god. What else?
Do you remember when we were last year? Like, how can they top 2017?
Bam.
And they're like,
It's
here,
just
hold
cardboard.
my
That's
beard.
what they is. I do like it though. Our friend Johnny Chiodini on Twitter, when that came out, he said calling the Labo stuff just cardboard is like calling video games ones and zeros.
Yeah, that is true, because it's so much imagination that goes in with it too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's just awesome. I mean, good job, Nintendo. Just keep doing you, I guess. You have not disappointed. The Switch just completely turned Nintendo all the way around.
Yes.
One day we hope that Griff will be a Nintendo fan.
She won't ever be. She likes Nintendo, but we may get her someday. We converted her to a PC Master Race, so
That's why I'll never be anything else now, though. Thanks.
Yeah, well,
No. We'll convert you to PC Nintendo Race.
exactly.
We'll see.
That's my favorite thing right there. PC for hardcore games. Nintendo is just fun. I like having one. Everybody needs one in their life.
All right. What else? What else you guys want to talk about?
Final Fantasy 15 Royal Edition.
Stop making me buy stuff twice.
I'm just saying. I just said it. Threw that out there.
It's on
you know,
PC.
It's
I mean,
gonna
that's
be on PC
Chicken. That's all Chicken said to me, and I was like, "Fuck off!"
March 6th.
God damn it! Stop
be
making
on
me
PC.
buy shit.
Well, we have a game that we're getting in March, so
What game?
He just gives you the look, is like, you should know this.
Is that when
Sea
Sea
of
of Thieves
Thieves.
releases?
Sea of
Okay.
Thieves.
I
March
wasn't sure
20th.
if that was the release.
March 20th. That's gonna be summer game. Man, I have Vermintide that I'm buying this month. Sea of Thieves that I'm buying in 2 months. Jurassic World Evolution that I'm buying 2 months from that. Monster Hunter World that I'm buying 2 months
Stop
from that.
making us spend money this year.
Oh no!
But Griff, we have to run around and kill monsters with cute little kittens and boats.
I'm well aware. Well aware.
And lots of farming.
Well, and other games being released hopefully, Cyberpunk is going to be shown off at E3 this year.
2077, Cyberpunk 2077. Yep.
Yes.
That is the new CD Projekt Red game.
Which everybody is crossing fingers hard. Come out this year. Oh, man. CD Projekt Red may go the same route as Bethesda, where it's like, all right, we're good. We can finally show it off. We can get ready for full release.
It'll be out next month.
Everybody. Oh, God. People lose their fucking mind.
That's what they did with
I mean-
Fallout.
I say 2019.
Bethesda, anyway.
I think
they've been working on it for 4 years already.
Longer than that, because I saw the original 2077 video was, I think I saw it it might be 4 years, I guess.
Yeah, so they've been working on it for 4 years, so it might be ready to come out now. And CD Projekt Red never disappoints. Like, their games are incredible. So them coming out and be like, hey, look at everybody's got that Witcher itch, and we've got something that
everybody's got
from
that Witcher
us.
itch.
I mean, Witcher 3 was one of the best games ever made.
Well, and then that one got delayed 3 times.
Witcher?
So,
Yeah. Witcher
So
3.
don't be surprised if
it gets delayed. Yeah.
Which I'm fine with, because it ended up being a fantastic product. So
One of the best games made of our generation.
yeah, so awesome sauce.
This is gonna be a little bit for Snitty, but Epic Games throws doubt onto the future of its free-to-play MOBA Paragon. Which
I know he really likes that game.
Those words are usually pretty hard to swallow because it means that game may cancel
Completely.
Yeah, it's unfortunately not getting the attention that it needs, and it's partially their fault and partially a saturated market. Like, there are too many MOBAs out right now. It's a saturated market. People, like, the reason Blizzard's is still going strong is, it's Blizzard.
Well, and you're gonna have people that are just completely fan-based people that are gonna go with that. Then you have, Dota 2 doesn't even do that well now, does it?
No, it still does really fucking well. Dota 2 and League of Legends are like big dogs.
I knew League did.
Yeah, so, and then there's Hero or HOTS, but after that, the rest of them fall into that category of the rest of them, and that's the problem. Because how many others can you specifically name to me?
Smite, Paladins.
Yeah.
Paragon.
Well, Paladins is
but I don't really
MOBA.
hear too many people. I don't even talk to very many people that play any of those. It's usually League of Legends or HOTS. I mean,
if you're a MOBA player, it's going to be probably one of those two.
Smite's kind of unique anyway, right? Isn't it third-person view?
Yeah.
Well, so is Paragon.
Oh, is it?
Smite and Paragon are similar. I guess. Shit. What is the name of it? I can't even think of it. The Gearbox game that didn't do well because it came out at the same time as Overwatch.
Battleborn.
Thank you. Is kind of in that market. They had point objectives to take and things.
That game could have done so fucking well. Like, we played it.
I enjoyed playing that damn game.
Yeah, it was fun. It was super unique.
It just launched up against. I mean, it launched right before Overwatch at full price, so it was not going to be able to compete.
And Overwatch did its free beta weekend then, and everybody is like, Battleborn? I could buy Battleborn, or I could play Overwatch for free.
Okay,
and make my decision later.
Brilliant dick move on Blizzard's part.
But I mean, I don't think that it was a dick move. I think Blizzard had already predetermined that date, and then it just so happened that Battleborn also picked a date that was a month before or a couple of weeks before.
No, you can't tell me that Blizzard did not have
the launch date came before the beta date.
Yeah, Blizzard was like,
well, okay, yes, the beta date, yeah, that probably was kind of a marketing move on Blizzard's part.
Oh, hell yeah. Blizzard is business.
Yep.
They know how to make money.
Because it was 2 months, wasn't it 2 months before?
It was a month. There was a month between them.
Yeah, and Blizzard did their open beta that week that it came out. I think they did a full week when Battleborn came out. I think they did it, and then Battleborn released that weekend, so everybody was all hyped up and high on the Overwatch, and they're like, I don't really care for this. I can't wait to get into Overwatch. So
I can't buy both of them. That's the problem, is I can't buy both of them, so what are they going to save their money for?
Overwatch.
Yep. And they did.
And then Battleborn decided to go free to play right at the same time as Paladins was coming out, which is basically an Overwatch clone, and Paladins was already free to play. And Randy Pitchford screwed himself by trying to convince everybody that the game wasn't free to play, that you were getting a demo, an unlimited trial of the game, but you could pay the premium to get all the extra stuff. He shot himself in the foot with that stuff.
Yeah, Battleborn was a tragedy of our time.
Yeah, because it wasn't a bad game. It just had really bad timing and really... at
good
this
animation,
point, you don't want Randy
good
Pitchford talking about a lot of stuff, so he should have just shut up and let his PR department take care of it.
Yep.
I want to like that man, but he makes it impossible. So...
Yeah,
which I hate, because I know if No Pants is watching this, he's a big Randy Pitchford fan. And I get it. That Gearbox makes great games. I'm excited to see what happens with the new Borderlands and everything, but Randy Pitchford is not the person you want speaking for your product. And I know it's his company, but he needs to stop.
Yeah, you have PR departments for that reason.
Mm-hmm.
They know how
There's so
to
much
talk
bad
to their
blood in the
audience.
industry with him specifically that people will not buy his games if he talks about them. Like, just don't. After Aliens Colonial Marines, no. Stop talking.
God damn it. I was so fucking
I knew
pissed.
that was coming. I knew it.
But that's why, though. That's why. That's where it started.
Just, yeah, it was like, oh, we're super fans of the franchise, and, we're going to make sure it look awesome and great, and, the demos and everything were fantastic. The game releases, and it's like, yeah, well,
and
we
then
just
they're
got
back
tired of
and
working on it,
forth
so
trying
we
to...
did, like, this B team.
Well, they said that it was Sega. I think it was Sega who they partnered with to do that game. They said it was
Yeah,
their
yeah.
fault. They tried to put all of the blame on them, and then there was the back and forth between those two companies. I mean, nothing went well, and now Randy Pitchford has, like, no credibility in the industry.
Yeah, I mean, don't burn. If you're gonna be somebody like that, don't burn your bridges.
Hell, I'm
man.
having a hard enough
Fucking-
time with my Borderlands love, because I love Borderlands, but I hate what happened with the pre-sequel. And I gave Borderlands, the Handsome Jack collection, I gave it to Foxy for Christmas, and I told her, I was like, I will play this with you, both of these games. We will play Borderlands 2 and then the pre-sequel, and I will tell you all of the things that are wrong in the lore of the pre-sequel, because they just fucked it up. Fucked it up, man. So, I'm struggling.
Yeah, and we're gonna have to really wait and see what they can do with Borderlands 3, because
I'm
they've got to hit it out of the
interested and
park
excited
and make
to see.
something fun and new. But I don't know. That's a whole different.
Well, probably not
Can
throw
of
a
worms.
Claptrap in it.
A Claptrap. Well,
At least not as a playable character.
in my opinion, they need to start something new in
But they can't make too much of a departure, because Borderlands fans are going to want to see some of the recurring characters. And we really, if you played the Tales from the Borderlands from Telltale, you're really interested to see what the fuck happened with those people. Because that tied in established characters, put it in the timeline with the canon games that exist already, because you had Mordecai and Brick take off with Athena, and they took off with her to bring her to Lilith so that she could tell the story of the pre-sequel. So they have tied it in completely with the canon of the rest of the games. So we need to know what happens there, and you can't just be like, fuck all that other shit we already did. Here's a brand new...
What they're going to do is they're going to do Borderlands 3 something way out and crazy, and then they're going to do the Borderlands 3 pre-sequel, which is going to fit all of that together.
I think people would be done with it. I don't think people would like it.
I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to do something like that, where they're like, oh yeah, let's try something crazy, and then it doesn't work out as well, and people are calling them out. They're like, we'll just throw a game in between the two and fix the bridge.
Or just throw
But they
another
don't fix
Telltale
the
game
bridges
in.
with those. If the pre-sequel is anything to go by, it does not fix bridges. It only makes things worse.
It can if people fucking know the lore. Then they could build around that lore.
I'm sorry. I got carried away with Borderlands. We need to wrap up. I'm sorry. That was my fault. Me.
That's fine. But my other point about Epic killing their own game is the Fortnite. Like, I mean, if you're gonna go to an Epic game,
You're gonna go Fortnite.
you're going to Fortnite.
Well, because Fortnite's just the battle royale thing that they have right now that's free to play is just gonna get people.
It's
what's
rivaling
popular
PUBG.
right now.
It is
Yes.
rivaling PUBG, 100%.
Well, it's because streamers like Summit, which you watch all the time, are playing it, and it generates interest that way.
And this is not meant to be mean or anything, but the amount of foreign players playing in PUBG is very difficult to stand. There's lots of cheating and things like that, and it's hard to
we've run
play.
across a few of those where it's like, oh look, they just auto-locked right under our heads and shot us like 3 times in a row.
It's hard to play in a community like that. I mean,
Yeah.
like every time they post an update, the comment that is just spammed through the whole thing is region lock China. Region lock China. That is all anybody says is just region lock China, because everyone's just tired of that. But they're owned by a Chinese company.
So they're not gonna.
No.
But wait, I thought they were going to region lock.
No.
Whatever you heard, I guess it was wrong.
Yeah, that's definitely wrong. They're not going to region lock. They're going to try some IP stopping thing where, if your IP is too high, you can't play on certain servers.
Okay.
Which might help.
Well, what else?
That's all for me. That's a good long show. Sorry
Yeah,
for you
it
folks
is.
sitting here for so long. Hopefully Hopefully you didn't pass wherever you were going. You listened to the car.
I imagine the only person that's super excited about extra long shows is Ollie, because I think he puts us on in the background while he works on stuff. Because that man works a lot. Ollie, you're amazing. Just saying.
I love you, Ollie.
Yes.
Ollie.
He is amazing. So I guess that he's probably been okay with the extra long show.
Yes.
Well, and Wraith listens to us on his commute, right?
How long is your commute?
I don't know.
Like
I think it's. I don't know.
I'm hoping that if he listens to this on his commute, that it's like 2 or 3 days.
I think it's halfway there. He listens to the first part of the show, and then the other half on the way back.
Well, he's gonna have to listen to us on his lunch break too.
Sorry, Wraith.
Or just, when he finally gets home.
Ugh.
Yeah, that too.
Yep.
Well, we love everybody that stuck around for a bajillion episodes. Thanks, guys. You're the best.
Yes, 200 episodes. Woo!
Woo!
Happy 200. I feel like a young man.
Yeah, 200 episodes. Woo woo.
Oh,
We
dear.
got Resident Evil tonight. Yay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have work.
Well,
Oh, that's a shame.
all right.
I have children.
Come on, do something special for the outro of the 200 episode.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, throw over the bus at you. Get ready.
Oh my
Now we're
god.
going under the bus.
No, I throw the bus at him.
We do appreciate everybody that comes out each and every week to listen to us at Infinite Respawn. You, of course, can check us out on YouTube at youtube.com/Infinite Respawn. Go on there, watch the past episodes and some videos that Griff has set up. Fantasticness. Yay! Also, make sure that you check us out on Twitter at InfiniteResPC. You can also check out Baka.
At Baka Pickle.
You can check out Chicken.
At Elite Chicken 313.
Check out Griff.
At Griff Slynam.
And of course, you can check me out at MDB Oak Tree. Make sure that you go to our website as well, infiniterespawn.com. Go on there, join the forums, and hang out. Don't forget as well, you've got Mr. Chicken himself, Elite Chicken 313 at twitch.tv/Elite Chicken 313.
You could have done that so much better.
I know,
That's
right? And then he'll be streaming a lot more. Make sure you follow me as well on Twitch now that I'm starting up streaming again. Twitch.tv/MDB Oak Tree. And then go to Griff's YouTube channel, which is going to be youtube.com/ and a bunch of numbers and letters.
Yeah, it's down below the video or the description of the podcast.
We need
somewhere.
100 subscribers. Let's get her name.
I think I'm at 15. I think we've got quite a ways
85 left to go. 85
We
listeners.
got this. We got an 85 drive.
Hell
Tell
yeah.
us next week how many you got to go. We'll just keep adding.
Come on, you guys, do it.
And make
We
a bunch
got
of
it.
make a bunch of YouTube accounts and just follow her. Everyone's got more than one email.
Don't be
I've
like
got
that.
like 15, but
There we go. That's 15 right there. That's 30. We need another 70.
So make sure you go on there and watch her Let's Plays as well. And as always, for Infinite Respawn, our 200th episode, I'm Oak Tree.
I'm Griff.
I'm Chicken.
no, I'm Baka.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.